all participants in this section. Namaste. My name is Jamie, Associate Professor and Director, Graduate Institute of Religious Studies, Nanhua University, Taiwan. First, great thanks to organizer and the committee team. And especially I want to thank to my teacher, Dr. Arvind Singh, who provided me this opportunity to present in this international webinar, Global Well-being and Tenets of Ancient Tradition with reference to Buddhism. As the team in the third day in Sociology, Engage Buddhism, Global Issue and Well-being. Thus, I would like to share two papers here with my two students, Kamaraj Sharma and Aman Raj, both awarded master degree from my department 2018. And now they continue to pursue PhD course in Department of Business Administration, Nanhua University. So this first paper is the Buddhist philosophy and approach towards sustainable development. And the second paper, mindfulness as an instrument of sustainable peace at the workplace, a Buddhist approach. These two topics which argue that Buddhist philosophy and mindfulness, how concerned with sustainable development and sustainable peace. Today, sustainability is a global issue and draw its highlight in this world. The perspective for Buddhism to pursue sustainability and remarkable Buddhist teaching and principles which are related to the sustainability side to find out the level whether the Buddhism is evident in relevation in this report. And the second paper, mindfulness, is an excellent tool that increases focus and concentration. This paper will examine the value of mindfulness in the present world through Buddhist teachings. So this paper is an attempt to focus how to use mindfulness to face the problems lies in pain, anger, tension, illness, etc. at workplace. However, Buddhist approach can offer a way of detaching yourself from the pain while you are living with it. The people who have prepared mindfulness through meditation can be aware of the fact. So that today I want to invite my student first paper reading here. Kamaraj, please share your PowerPoint here. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for, I would like to thank to GBU University, Dr. Arvind sir and Nanhua University and Shume ma'am to give me the opportunity to present the paper. Okay, now I'm sharing my PPT. Okay, let's start. My name is Khemraj. Now, currently I'm studying in Nanhua University in Taiwan. So my topic is Buddhist philosophy and approach towards sustainable development. So let's begin abstract. Buddhism is not a religion. It is a way of life, how someone can live a happy life. Is because as I read a lot of books and that has inside the books, I never seen any word which it has mentioned the Buddhism. They talk about how someone can free from suffering. So that's all talk about with Buddha. And sustainability is a well attainable within the development when it is attested by Buddhism. And with Buddhist merit environment problem can be solved by the promotion of the economical livelihood, and the study also saw the connection between the earth and the Buddhist point of view to achieve the sustainable development. And Buddhism can also encourage to self-development in order to make society and earth better. The keyword is the Buddhist philosophy and the environment and the sustainable development and the Buddha nature. The introduction, as we see the when the we start learning Buddhism, Buddha always talk about the five noble paths and the eightfold path and the uh, which can be termed as the theory of middle path is the thrust of Buddhist teaching for the livelihood of lay people and achieving both material and the happiness and internal salvation. Buddha believed that health is the highest gain, contentment is the greatest wealth, and the Buddhist analysis of middle part are discussed in order to understand the framework of basic Buddhist teaching for lay life and their application for human and the community development. Right livelihood is taken as the point of departure to analyze the rationality of economy and its relevance to contemporary economic thinking like Japan and Taiwan, and the interpretation of the Buddhism to identify the Buddhism neither a religion or the philosophy as it's not based on faith. If someone want to see, he needs to do the practical, then he can, as religion is understand in the Western sense of belief without self-verification, and Buddha and Buddhism in this paper as a philosophy driving as a set of principle and value that can be involve individual to make sense of mutual connectedness with the society and nature, otherwise termed by the Buddhists as the nature of reality. I have made the connection between the Buddhism and sustainability, confirming to the conventional reality that combines individual, organization, society as social condition and constructed. The Buddhist and potential for sustainability. The eight path could function as an the underlying philosophy for developing the ethic or culture of and the organization. The eight path also mark the constant striving to do better. It can be the function at both individual and organization level to bring out the need of constant improvement, not for a financial gain. Buddhists offer in the orienting organizational actor mindset to see the deep connection with the society and nature. Buddhism sustainability and organization practice. The sense of community as the interpreted in Buddhist philosophy focus not just on human but also the larger biological community. Effort to reduce the environmental impact that reduce the uses of the natural resource and conventional of the natural habit through redesigning the product, the process and practice are encouraged. The organization leader contribution to the well-being of employees, families, and community as well as the underprivileged can be the perceived as part of the obligation of their leadership that is the influenced by Buddhism. The concept of the non-self in Buddhism, everything is dependent on everything else, and things are empathy of their own being. Their being is the dependent on everything, and the incense as the core of one's identity does not exist. The nation is the core, the no self in Buddhism and can be understood from several perspectives. First, human are compound being composed of the multiple thought, emotion, and intention. Buddhists believe that clinging to I is the reason for the generating of the psycho-spiritual suffering. This is mistaken notion is also at the core of the problem of human condition, and the people should be aware of the reality and the change their cognition, habit, and the life according to the ontological fact, thereby the achieving goodness of life, coherence with the natural life. And we come to the conclusion. Buddhist ecological wisdom was offered in the considering these sustainability issues, which are the generated from a belief in the human dual relationship with the nature, aim to explore and clarify inherent inconsistencies in the theory and the application of sustainable development. Buddhism are discussed on the nature of human well-being and interdependence, which explain of disruption and disturbance of the process and flow of the natural environment. and Buddhism has lot to offer with respect to environment, conservation, and sustainable development, and the rest of the world where today has spread and followed. Thank you. That is all my PPT.
Now, thanks
And
to both of you for your presentation.
yeah,
I should invite, I think, next speaker, Dr. Fei Wat, founder and CEO, C Mindfulness LLC USA.
Sorry,
His
sir.
topic is leadership at Vietnamese Buddhist Youth Association and a commitment to engaged Buddhism.
Oh, Sakya, sir.
Yes.
Another, we have another paper, the number 6, mindfulness.
Oh,
Mindfulness as an instrument to sustainable peace in the workplace.
okay, sorry, I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, now 6 number, Aman Raj, PhD student from Nanhua University, Taiwan. The topic is mindfulness is an instrument of sustainable peace at the workplace and Buddhist approach. Please start your presentation. Sorry for this mistake.
Thank you, sir. Can you share को करो?
72.
Golu.
Camera, please.
Yes, okay, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank Professor Cheming, and especially I want to thank Dr. Arvind sir, and for giving this opportunity. I'm going to through this my topic so brief because we don't have time. So in the starting, my topic is like mindfulness as an instrument of sustainable peace at workplace, a Buddhist approach. I will go through that. Before going through the topic, I want to introduce myself. My name is Aman Raj. I'm from Nalanda, the place where Master Swenchang have been there for a study, and Mahayana Buddhism, we can say origin place of Mahayana Buddhism is Nalanda. That I think people know about that. I don't go through no need to go through this. And this is my table of contents, sir, and I will go through these things. First of all, I want to introduce mindfulness. Mindfulness is a significant element of Buddhist custom and established on Vipassana and meditation practices. Like for knowing about the mindfulness, this picture will describe very clearly, and you can see the picture has left side have so many garbage in our mind, and right side we can see the clear picture of the main scenario. We can see people have so many things in their daily life, so many problems in their daily life, but after doing the mindfulness, they can get rid of these problems. They can focus their concentration on the present moment. And the term mindful and mindful is a different term. This is the Four Noble Truths, which Buddha's first discourse, and given the basic base of the Buddhism. We can see, I think everyone know about that. They are all are eminent professors here. So I will not go through this briefly. I just just tell about that. The right mindfulness he also described in Noble Eightfold Path on mental discipline. In introduction part, research background and some motivation. Today's business world has a major challenge for employees to stay positive and work effectively. One of the greatest challenges is dealing with possible conflicts. A conflict is a result of tension between colleagues because of real and perceived difference. Sometimes perception may be some changes, like I see what I see. Maybe some other people they found that is not good, that is not true. I think this is good, but people are not. Maybe some differences in thinking. A heavy workload and conflict at workplace causes mental and physical stress, leading to poor performance and diminished productivity. You can see the number 6. Some people can recognize as 6, and some people can recognize it is 9 from like that. So they are confusing things, and people always go through the conflicts. These are the main basic reasons. Mindfulness is defined as an intentional attentiveness to preserve the present moment experience with an orientation of curiosity, openness, and acceptance. Mindfulness, however, allows people to be sensitive to an environment supporting clear thoughts and behavior, as well as better performance, decision making, and reduction of stress. So many work we find on workplace of spirituality and job performance. I go through so many papers, but everybody talk about workplace of spirituality. It's like if you accept their spirituality, the job performance will good or something like that. They have their research, but very less paper has talked about mindfulness can lead a peaceful workplace. The purpose of this study is to find out the importance of doing mindfulness practices, which help in creating a sustainable, peaceful workplace, and also try to discover how the emotional intelligence of an employee can lead the environment of the workplace toward fewer conflict and toward sustainable peace. This is my conceptual framework, which I try to give out, and I'll talk about the hypothesis which I have proposed. There are two hypotheses. First, mindfulness practices positively related to emotional intelligence. A range of evidence, psychological, behavioral, neurobiological, support the claim that mindfulness enhances emotion regulation. And the second hypothesis is 2A is emotional intelligence is positively affected to the peace at work, and mindfulness practice is positively affected to the peace at work. Method I'm going to use in this paper is a qualitative approach, and will be applied here. And I will try to test the hypothesis with a case study of the world well-known companies which offer their employees for mindfulness practices, like Google and Intel. These companies, they offer mindfulness practices for their employees, for somehow there are some programs they arrange there. So first case is Google. I will not go through this. The second case is Intel. They really focus on that, and they Intel starting in 2012, and they offer these courses. I'll go through the discussion of this paper, mindfulness and emotional intelligence. If we talk about the mindfulness, we just go through the self-awareness. Like mindfulness helps individuals perform better in workplace in these ways. First, it controls our ability to sustain attention and focus on work more effectively. Mindfulness is an excellent time management skill. It helps us to react more thoughtfully to negative stimuli. Sometimes some bad or some suddenly we got some bad situation. How we react on that? Mindfulness will, after doing mindfulness, it will be so well mannered in using that skills. Stress affects our ability to concentrate and increase the likelihood of developing medical and psychological disorders also. Mindfulness helps control our reaction to stress. Second one is self-regulation. According to Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR), mindfulness is the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. Sometimes we go through judgment. So mindfulness will go increase your ability to don't go for one-side judgment. In a 2019 review of 27 research studies, mindfulness was shown to improve attention, which in turn helped to regulate negative emotions and execute functioning, high-order thinking. I will go through the conclusion of this paper. Before, the primary focus of the organization was on the economic means, something like economy. They will they invest there, which use the employee merely as tool to get maximum productivity from them. However, during the last decade, the focus on management has shifted to the emotional aspect of employees. Some emotionally making their employees emotionally intelligent. Now the organization pay special attention to the emotion of their employees so that they feel happy and motivated to work to the best of their capabilities. Now, through this new perspective, many companies offer a mindfulness program and invest a piece of capital in building the emotional fit of their employees in making sustainable peace in the organization. The present work, this work will, the impact of emotional intelligence on the overall functioning of the organizational setup. And overall, today's business world is being conscious about mindfulness, and from its effective results, it is attracting our organization as making it is a tool of sustainable peace at their enterprise. I want to just recommend this paper for writing on this topic especially. This small effort is, I want to welcome all a scholar to go through this topic. And I personally believe the Buddha's teaching when we do follow up about their teachings, and we can solve our problems in our life and as well as in trading world. And these are some important references which I have selected. This is so latest one. I want to tell one sentence in last. Be happy in the moment. That is enough. Each moment is all we need, not more. Tell by Mother Teresa. I just quoted. Thank you. And again, I want to thanks to all organizers, especially GB University, Gautam Buddha University, and especially Dr. Arvind sir for giving this opportunity. And thanks to all eminent professors. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aman Raji from Taiwan for your presentation.